Hey, what's up, guys? Your boy OG Black. Today, I'm going to talk about Tuesday prisons, prison protocol, and how things work. What I'm going to be talking about today, guys, is the process of prison when you're arriving to your prison where you're going to be doing the rest of your time. Your final destination, as a lot of us like to say, or your home away from home, as a lot of us like to say. What's going on, guys? Your boy OG Black, bringing you guys today's show, Prison Protocol. You know, things that happen in prison, everyday life. You know, things that OG Black had gone through. I'm here to tell you guys to stay out of this life. I'm going to give you guys first-hand experiences from my life, whether it be prison in Mexico, whether it be in prison in the U.S., whether it be in jail in Mexico, whether it be in jail in the U.S. I've been to both, guys. I've been extradited. I was arrested for drug trafficking and money laundering and a whole list of other charges, you know, through my criminal career. I started at the age of 13. Been working ever since then. Stopped a few years ago, got out of the life. People always asking, hey, OG Black, how did you get out of the life? Well, when you don't work for anybody, and you don't owe anybody, and you ain't never snitched on anybody, just this easy. You don't owe nobody shit, and nobody owes you nothing. And you just walk away, and you do the same thing that everybody knew you were going to do. Just keep your mouth shut when being asked about certain people. Don't get me wrong, guys. You can talk about people and say all sorts of things you want about people, and it's fine. But when the police or anybody of authority or anybody that can get you a life term or get you any kind of time in prison starts asking about Joe Body and Jimmy Body, it's time to shut your mouth and call your lawyer, guys. And that's something that I've always done. I think that's what kept me alive. Okay, so I'm going to tell you guys the process today. Smash, like, subscribe, hit that little OG Black button on the right if you haven't. I'd like to thank all my viewers and subscribers for subscribing to my show. Don't forget about the OG Black raffle for the art. It's $10 an entrance. You can get it on my Cash App. The description is at the bottom. Let's get into this, guys. So for me, my last process of going to prison was what we call a not a pleasant one, and not one that I like to remember too much. You know, being a member of the organization, being a member of an organization, let me retract that and say it correctly. Being a member of an organization in prison is not good. Whether you be in Southern California, whether you be a Aryan Brotherhood member, whether you be an Emma member, whether you be a non-guerrilla black member, whether you be a Nuestra Familia, whether you be a Bulldog, it doesn't matter. Once you're labeled as a gang member or a gang associate or anything like that, your point level goes up. And people are like, what's a point level? Point level in the California prison system is something that's given to you. You're given points on your behavior, your crime, your past history, your violence in jail, how long it took for you to come back, how long it took for you to get arrested. All those things play a big factor in it. Okay, so I'm going to give you guys the get down how it is to get to level 4 prison 180 yard. I'm not going to say the prison I was in at, because that'd kind of be too easy for anybody out there to kind of know what's going on. So I'm going to explain to all the viewers out there what a normal 184 yard would be like if you arrive there for the first time on your final destination from a reception center. Now, a reception center in California could be many places. It could be Wasco, it could be Tracy, it could be Lancaster, you name it. There's about 3 or 4 different reception centers. After you've been endorsed and you've seen committee, which is a panel of people who decide on what prison you're going to go to in your point level. After you've seen all that, you're endorsed to a certain prison. Now, you got 3 choices, 2 choices. Usually, you go to the farthest one that you chose. So if you said, I got family in California, in L.A., they'll send you to Pleasant Valley. If you got family in L.A., they'll do what they did to me. They'll send you up north past Bakersfield. Salinas Valley, Corcoran, all those places are up north, guys. So a thing that I've learned is always say, hey, you know what, I want to be in Corcoran, or I want to be up in whatever. And CDC does the total opposite of what you tell them to do. So you end up going to the prison that you really wanted to. And that's my inside secret to any of you guys who are still in the life and end up going to, when you're endorsed and asked, tell them that you want to go 550 fucking miles away from where you're at, where your family's at. And what they'll do is they'll send you exactly where your family lives at, because they know you don't want to go there, which is weird. But anyways, so when you get on this prison ride, you're chained to someone. if you're chained to someone. Some of us go in boxes on our own, but if you're chained to someone, you're in these uncomfortable plastic little seats, handcuffed to each other. There's no talking on the bus. If you're talking on the bus driver will give you maybe an eye. The second one will be pulled over and you'll get a butt of a shotgun or a 10 gauge or a mini 14 in the back of the head, and you'll be told to shut up. The next time you'll be taken off the bus and beaten to a fucking pulp. Okay, so you arrive at your prison usually about 8, 10, 11 hours riding on a bus. Shackled to someone you don't know. You arrive. They park the bus outside. The gate opens up. Usually when you arrive to a prison, there's about 4 or 5 gates you got to go through. Once you get through the gates, they said, all right, boys, we're here. They open the door, and they start to process you. First step as you get off usually is a medical questioning. They ask you what your medical problems are, if you have any, blah, blah, blah. They knock that right out the way right away. Second question is they start asking you about your associations, your background, who you get along with, who you don't get along with. And usually you don't say shit that's already on your paper, so you just look at them and you're like, you know? You know, then usually they tell you, look, we're going to put you on this yard, we're going to put you on that yard, we're going to put you on this yard. And that doesn't always work out that way, guys. So what happens after you see committee and everything, I mean, committee, you've seen the people right there when you're dropped off at your new home at the entrance. It's kind of like a booking, kind of like you're being booked into jail, but it's kind of going over everything again. If you have a bunk chrono, if you have whatever, you know, if you have to sleep on the bottom bunk, all that stuff is straightened out there. Then after that, if you are the mafioso that you are that special someone, they will put you in what they call an isolation cell. That isolation cell usually is by yourself or with the cellie. Okay, and what happens there is they wait about 2, 3 weeks, 1 week. My luck, I got seen in 2 days one time and cleared and got sent to a yard right away, which was amazing. But I think because I knew that person before, the person that was processing my paperwork, we had yeah, I'd known me from last time, and they never forgot me, so they were cool with that. Usually when you get processed like that, they want to find out where you're at with your gang, where you're at with everyone, and they monitor and they're watching you. After that, those 2 weeks, you see committee again, committee approves you, they're like, you're good, you get sent out to your yard. Now, in the 4-yard, when you get out there, usually they bring you in when everyone's out in yard. So everyone knows people are coming in from the yard, and they see them, and they're waiting for them. When you get there, usually you'll have, if you're a Southsider, you're black or whatever, your people are standing there. And what happens is, as soon as you get there, you better have your paperwork in hand. I'm not playing, guys. This is a life or death matter. OG Black's always had it shoved up his ass. I don't care what anyone says. People are like, oh, you have hemorrhoids now. Oh, your butt's expanded. Oh, you're a sick guy. I would never stick anything up my ass. Well, guess what, guys? I do. I stick my G128 up my ass. So when I get there and someone says, hey, homeboy, where's your G128? Or, hey, Vato, where's your paperwork at? Give me 1 second. Let's go to this bathroom right here. Let me pull this bad boy out. Okay, guys, that's the way I was taught. That was my sklecha. That was my learning. That was my schooling. I'm not saying that happens all the time, but that's the way OG Black was taught, okay, guys? Have the paper ready in hand, like this. Okay, so they walk up to you and they tell you, hey, what's up, homie, where you from, blah, blah, blah. They find out what area you're from, and they go, your car's over there. So usually LA, San Diego, Orange County, Riverside County, we all have cars there. And cars means our people that are from our town or our city. Okay, after that, when everything's all gravy, you go up to the guy, paperwork checker. He checks your paperwork. Everything's fine and dandy. If you are good, you go and you program. If you're not good, we're going to have a problem. You're going to be set to the side, and you will not be able to leave or move until the paperwork is cleared and they're found out right there. Sometimes it takes a couple days, but usually you never get that far, guys, to a 4-yard if you have bad paperwork or whatever. The only time I've seen something bad happen on the 4-yard when someone got there was they were waiting for him. And he already knew what was going to happen to him. He was okay with it, so long story short, he got booked. He was okay. He went to the hospital, got back, reprogrammed. You know, guys, that's what usually happens in the state prison. Your boy OG Black's not going to lie to you, glorify it, make it sound like it's a beautiful thing. It was hell on earth, guys. It was hell on earth. Okay? Your boy OG Black doesn't want you guys to be in this life, man. Remember, kids and girls, you can learn from me. You don't have to be in this life. You don't have to do what I do. Okay, I'm here for a reason, and I'm here to teach you guys the ins and outs of this life, all right? It's your boy OG Black, man. I wanted to bring this video. I got to take care of some business today, man, for a good friend of mine. A lot of people have been asking where Abraham's at, and I'm going to go take care of that right now and go see how my buddy's doing. Abraham's a good guy. He's a solid dude. You know, he does have associations with a lot of people. He is a gallero. And I will be making a video on a farm of Abraham's, and we will be having that interview, guys, with Abraham, a real gallero, a guy that's known, a guy that has a good reputation, a guy that deals with a lot of mafiosos. Okay, he knows people like the Trevino brothers. He knows all up and down the mafia. Because remember, guys, Abraham is a professional cockfighter. It's your boy OG Black, and I'm out.